Hey guys, AscendantGod here with Raid Shadow Legends. Today, going to be opening up some ancient shards here. As you can see, got 129 shards, have just enough room in my inventory to be able to get them with the new upgraded inventory space, so that's good. As you can see, we got 16% chance of epics, 1% chance of legendaries with the double chances, so at 129 shards, odds are I'll get one legendary. If I'm really lucky, might get two or maybe three if I'm really lucky. Chances are, though, I'm going to probably end up with one legendary here. Going into this with a positive outlook. I know in some of my shard pulls as of late in the last couple of months, I didn't go in it with that positive of a perspective. And there's a lot of different reasons for that, you know, life situations and just the state of the game. But I'm going into this with a positive outlook, kind of rechanged my perspective on the game and life in general. We'll get into that in a little bit near the end here. But for now, just know I'm going into this with a positive outlook. Let's see what happens here. As far as what I need, really, the only thing I can think of that I need from the ancient shards at this point that I can think of off the top of my head would be Duchess. I need something that's really powerful for arena to really give a boost to my arena composition. I can handle platinum, but not that well. I'm not like a top platinum. I'm definitely not a top like 100 platinum. Maybe, you know, top 200 maybe. But anyway, I could really use something that would give my platinum arena team a boost. And more than anything, it would definitely be Duchess. She is just amazing for arena. But other than that, there's a handful of other champions that I wouldn't mind toying with. Like a Rashguard might be interesting. I still don't have a Rashguard on this account. Is that what I really need? Would I use him for arena? Maybe I would. I don't know. It's hard to say. Definitely Duchess more than anything, but the odds of me getting her are extremely slim, so let's not hold our breath on there. But I'm going to go into this with optimistic outlook, positive outlook. Let's start pulling these shards, see what happens here. And as far as rares, I don't think there's anything that I could use as far as rares. Epics, there's maybe a handful that I would use as upgrades for Faction Wars. Cage Breaker, I don't really know much of anything about. Let's see. I don't think he's anything that great. Procedure targets max. Okay. 4 times. Sleep. I don't like sleep because then they can get hit and wait back up. Yeah, he's not anything that spectacular, but that's okay. Next pull. I don't think I'll use him for Faction Wars. My Ogrins are pretty good, and I have a couple of Bellowers now, so I have Bellowers loaded up with lifesteal gear. It's nice. Hope is an interesting champion here. I do know that. Woad Painted, I think, is a kind of garbage one. Oh, she has a block cooldown skills for 2 turns. That's actually decent. Block cooldown skills, yeah. That is definitely a decent skill. For some reason, I was thinking she wasn't that great. Removes debuffs on her. Reflect damage. Yeah, but it's just on her, so eh. 25. Block cooldown skills. And this ability alone is like block cooldown skills. That's pretty cool. I mean, if you could get that out there at the very beginning, like, I mean, that could even be viable for arena if you load her up with a bunch of speed. I mean, she's not she's not a hegemon, but yeah. Seems okay. Hope is an interesting champion because what she does, she has this AoE chance of removing all buffs, so she can remove the buffs from enemies, increases the duration of all buffs on your allies by a turn, places a shield on all the allies for 2 turns equal to 15% of her hit points, and chance to do a block buffs, debuffs. This is good for like bosses since it's only a single target, but yeah, this is a chance to remove buffs combined with this increase in the duration of your buffs. She pairs well with a group where you have a lot of powerful buffs that are going up on your champions and you want to extend those buffs. She can help out with that. She's not an amazing champion, but she is used in conjunction with those types of compositions. Tashada, I don't really know much of anything about. Oh, she can revive an ally. And just that shape weaken. One enemy. Meh. No. Nothing spectacular there. Move it along. Some new epics that I don't have yet, though, so that's good. At least building up on the collection, so better than nothing. Husk. Why? I don't think I have Husk either. There's actually quite a few of epics that I don't have yet. Husk. What is the deal with Husk? I don't think he's anything that great. Yeah, it's just damage off of his hit points. Stun. Provoke. Nothing spectacular there. Sepulchre Sentinel. She is missing the back of her outfit, but she's decent as far as an epic goes. She's a fairly new epic. She has this chance where here at max skills, a 50% chance to completely block incoming damage when an ally is attacked. Can only happen once per turn, but she can end up, you know, blocking damage on your champion. She does this increased defense and block debuffs on everybody. And she has this chance to decrease attack, and her attacks are this defense based here, as you can see. So she's okay. I mean, she's a decent epic because of this damage mitigation and the block debuffs and everything. She's decent. I don't think I have room for her in my Night Revenants. My Night Revenants is pretty powerful, but she is a decent champion if you're looking for something for Faction Wars, or I guess she'd be okay for maybe like Gold Arena. Really looking for legendaries here. So far not looking too good. Next set. Let's see some legendaries here. I mean, the odds are I should get one legendary, really. So, I mean, I can't expect a ton. Ator is not anything that great. Like, he has, like, kind of like a built-in counterattack, where I think when he gets a critical hit, he gets a counterattack for 2 turns. He pairs with, I believe it's Kalia. With Kalia, he gets a little stronger. He's something about it, like immune to debuffs or something. Soul Drinker is kind of interesting. I tried using him for Faction Wars, though. He just doesn't work good for Faction Wars because his big thing depends on him dying. So, like, he places 2 bomb debuffs to detonate after 2 turns when he dies. And then this AoE with chance to do bombs. And then this decreases bomb detonation by a turn here. This decreases bomb detonation. So his main thing is that he does damage with bombs. So you want to load him up with a ton of attack. Some people use him in arena with like just tons and tons and tons of attack, really low defense, really low hit points, because they want him to die. They want these bombs to pop up on the enemy. And with enough attack, since bombs completely ignore defense, those things can hit really freaking hard. I've been trying to toy with him in my Faction Wars group. I'm probably going to end up replacing him, though. I thought he would be good with those bombs. The thing is that in Faction Wars, the bombs just take so long to detonate that it's just not that great. I mean, even though he can reduce the cooldown on him with his A2 and A1, it still takes a while. Jotun is kind of like the redheaded stepchild of Torvald. Like, literally redheaded. So, he's kind of a step down from him, but with an added HP burn. Getting lots of epics. That's interesting. Dark Athel's supposed to be semi-decent for Spider. I don't use her for Spider, though. I don't need her for Spider. And this is not looking very good here. Let's see a legendary. Let's see a legendary. Let's see a legendary. Legendary. Come on. You guys are killing me here. Nothing. Not even an epic in that one. That was just cruel. Might start speeding this up here a little bit. Ooh! Well, I guess I did want to. Ooh! New legendary. He's actually a pretty good one. Prince Kymar. I do not have Prince Kymar yet. And he's actually... Oh, man. He's one that I had wanted for a long time. I don't know if I could... I'm definitely going to use him in Faction Wars. Absolutely going to use him in Faction Wars, because he is going to be amazing in that. So, yeah, Soul Drinker's definitely getting replaced with him. Prince Kymar is somebody that is formidable in Arena. I'll show you why. He's got This here that resets the cooldown of all allies' skills, fills the turn meter of all allies except for him by 20%. This is amazing. You get all of your other champions going before him. They use their most powerful cooldowns, and then he resets all those cooldowns and fills their turn meters so they can do those cooldowns again. So he's amazing in that regard, where like your allies with him will come at the enemy with the most powerful cooldowns they have, and then he resets them, and now they can come at them in the next turn again with those most powerful cooldowns, plus he gives them that turn meter boost to make it happen even quicker. And then this one here is really nice too, because it's got an AoE. It removes all buffs, places a sleep debuff for a turn. So this is a really nice counter for those compositions that have the block debuffs buffs out there, like, you know, the Duchess, you know, so it helps to counter Duchess, helps to counter Sifi, and, you know, champions like that give them the debuff protection, because this just rips it off of them. And then on top of that, it places a sleep debuff for a turn, so as long as you don't hit any of those enemies, they're going to sleep through the next turn of theirs. It's AoE, which is really nice too. There's A1 is also an AoE, and it does the poison if it's critical. So if you load him up with crit rate, he's going to toss poisons out there. In Arena, obviously, that's not really a huge deal. More than anything in Arena, your focus is going to be making sure that he goes last, so your other champions can use their most powerful cooldowns. Or even if you don't want him going last, you want your champions with the most vital cooldown skills to go before he does, and then have him reset those cooldowns. So he's very powerful. He could work really well with Rhodos, because with Rhodos he resets that A3 of Rhodoses that it completely ignores defense. You just take down a couple of enemies real quick. So I might actually use Prince Kymar in Arena. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might. Just trying to think of who I would replace if I were to use him, but it might. I very well might use him in Arena. Trying to think. I mean, he does have this ally speed in Arena, 30% too. Might be a replacement to my my Arbiter. It might be. I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to try him out. He's definitely a champion that I'm going to max out, so I'm excited about that. This guy here, I already have him. I'm not using him yet. He seems kind of interesting. He removes shields, block damage, unkillable buffs, and then attacks the enemies, puts a heal reduction buff on them. So he could be a champion that would be a really powerful counter to specific groups. Like, he'd be like an anti-Rosh guard. He's going to rip those block damages off of them. He can be a counter to, you know, the Skull Crown, remove an unkillable. The problem is the timing. You have to time this right so that they've already put up the block damage or put up the unkillable, and then he uses this A3 to rip it off of them. So on defense, he wouldn't be that great, because you wouldn't be able to control that. On offense, better in Arena, because then you can control when you use this to rip those buffs off the enemy. And then he's got another AoE where it does the weaken or decrease defense, one or the other. Another AoE and a decreased speed. So it's cool that he has like a bunch of AoE attacks. He's definitely somebody who seems decent. It's just my Undead Horde's very, very powerful already. Arena didn't have room for him. Possibly might use him eventually in Arena as an alt to target specific compositions, but I'm not using him yet. He seems decent, though. He definitely seems decent, so I'm not going to complain that I got him. Missionary's garbage. Catacomb Counselor, I think, is garbage. But we're kind of racking up the time here, so I'm going to start to pick up this pace anyway. I don't know anything about Infernal Baroness. I don't think I had her yet, though. Oh, Perfect Veil. Well, it's only one ally, though. Decrease attack. AoEs. Well, she's got AoEs. Decrease attack based on defense. AoE. That's kind of cool. She might be decent. I don't know if I have room in my demon spawn anymore, though, especially with Prince Kymar coming into the mix now. As like I said, he is absolutely going to come into the mix. I'm going to click on this. We need to speed these up. Just all epics. That's so funny, though, where I actually clicked on it to try to speed it up, and literally 2 legendaries. Like, that's just weird timing. And that's it. Oh, well. Well, I got 2 legendaries, which, I mean, really, I beat the odds. And Prince Kymar is definitely a really powerful one. I mean, it's not the legendary that I was hoping for. Oh, why? Oh, that's why. Okay, so I still have 9 more left here. Almost forgot I didn't have an even amount. So I'm going to pop these open real quick too. Karam is garbage. Not worried about him. But yeah, Prince Kymar, like I said, he's one that I've wanted for a long time. I'm really happy that I get to add him to my collection now. I'm kind of hesitant to max him out because those legendary tomes are so expensive in the game and it takes so long to collect them. But I'm definitely going to do some testing with him, do some research. I need to look at the Platinum Arena and see how often you see Prince Kymar in it. Because I like the fact that he resets those cooldown skills. That's amazing. Love the fact that he can remove buffs on the enemies as well. That's really good. I know he hits semi-hard. I love that sleep that he places on enemies too, where it's an AoE sleep on everybody. I mean, it sucks when you hit somebody and it removes them, but as long as you don't have a bunch of champions with AoE attacks, you're fine. And if anything, I might end up getting rid of my Skull Crown and putting Prince Kymar in instead of Skull Crown. I don't know. It's a tough call. My Skull Crown is treating me pretty good, but yeah, nothing good there. Oh well, I figured I'd open them. Anyway, alright, so now we are maxed out there. So, nope. Nope. And the part of what's helping me keep my sanity and be more positive in the game is I'm not spending the money that I used to anymore on this. When you spend the money on it and you don't get the things that you want, which in end game and when you're a veteran, more often than not, you're not going to pull what you want to pull. I mean, my odds of pulling Duchess is so slim, and that's really the only one that I really want at this point. So it's like, odds are I'm not going to pull her. I shouldn't be putting tons of money into this unless I have a ton of extra money to throw around, which I don't. So, you know, I'm staying positive now because I'm kind of like not taking the game quite so seriously, and I got a Prince Kymar. Prince Kymar is somebody I wanted for a long time. I mean, he's great for Spider too. I don't think I'll use him for my Spider composition, so I already have a pretty solid composition for that. But Prince Kymar is good. I'm definitely going to be using him in something. Faction Wars in the bare minimum, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to max his skills out. He's somebody that's worthwhile. He's a really powerful legendary, so I'm psyched. I mean, I got 2 legendaries. One of them, he's going to get vaulted, sadly. See, I already have this one maxed out, and I'm not even fully maxed out. He's only got 4 stars. Still needs 2 more stars, but he's at level 60, and as you can see, there's no gear on him. I'm still not using him. I want to use him as an alternative for my arena composition, as like an anti-Roshguard type of thing, so I can go up against Roshguard compositions and not worry about if they do their block damage. So it's like, okay, well, this guy's just going to rip that off of you, so no worries there. Just need to put a ton of accuracy on him. But Prince Kymar would definitely be preferable, because like I said, I could use him in place of my Arbiter as leader because he has this 30% speed. It's actually a little bit better than hers too. I think hers is like 29. It's only, oh no, hers is 30%. I stand corrected. So it's the same speed though. Tough call though. Tough call, because she can strip buffs off of people with her A2. She can resurrect, which is nice. She can boost turn meters. Problem is, boosting turn meters is something that, you know, can make that Tormund freeze your guys up. Like, if you guys aren't familiar with Platinum, this Tormund guy here, you see him all the time in Platinum, and he has this chance to freeze enemies and during when they have the turn meters filled. So that's a part of the issue there, is that, you know, when you got Arbiter in the mix, she starts getting your champions locked up because she's boosting those turn meters. But with Prince Kymar, he would be more of a just pure offense composition that I would have, of just trying to take the enemies out as quickly as possible, and either, you know, removing their buffs and doing a sleep on them, or resetting my cooldowns so that I can do the hardest hitting ones. That would go well with Skull Crown as well, because her A2 hits really hard. Her A1 doesn't hit that hard, but her A2 hits really hard. So even this would increase the value of her a lot. Like, this guy, basically how powerful he is in your composition is really determined by how powerful your other champion's cooldown skills are. Because the more powerful your allies' cooldown skills are, the more valuable it makes this A3 of his. No, it's a 6-turn cooldown, so the downside is it's not particularly amazing for faction wars, because even with reducing the skill here, it's still 6-turn cooldown, but he doesn't... Oh, he's actually not too much to max out. You only need 9 tomes to max him out. So that's better than a lot of legendaries. That's actually not too bad to max him out here. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try him out in Platinum, see what happens here. So... let me see. We're going to take a quick look right now and see how often you see him. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see him here and there. So I don't think you see him a whole heck of a lot, though, here. Yeah. I almost feel like I should be using my Valkyrie in Arena, because you see, like, some of those compositions, they got Valkyrie. And Valkyrie's really good. She gives you those shields and the counterattack, which is especially powerful with Rhodos, where he has that 30% chance to get an extra turn on his A1. So when he's counterattacking, there's a chance that he's going to get another turn with it as well. Yeah, see, you're not really seeing Prince Kymar here. This isn't good. So he may not make the cut for Platinum, regretfully. Yeah. I don't know. We're not seeing him here at all. I was thinking you'd see him at least every once in a while. So you don't see Rashkard a whole lot in here either, just because there's so many ways that they can counter him now, especially with Rhodos, where he can go right through block damage and unkillables and all that. So, kind of a disappointment here, but I'm still going to use Prince Kymar. Maybe I won't necessarily max him out with the tomes, but I'm definitely going to max him out in everything except for the tomes for faction wars. I definitely want to use him for faction wars. I might max out his skills. It's hard to say. I mean, like I said, those tomes are so hard to come by. They're really expensive in game when you buy them, so I'm not buying them anymore. So, you know, it takes me a long time to build them up. So I just don't know. I'm going to use him, though, that's for sure. Definitely going to use Prince Kymar. If I had him like 6 months ago, oh, man, I would have been so happy. So happy. But things have changed a lot. When Platinum came into play, things have definitely changed a lot. Yeah, see, you haven't even... I'm at 163 right now. We still haven't even... Up there's a Prince Kymar. One single Prince Kymar. So you got one there. Yeah, it's just not looking good for them. When you see them that rarely, it usually means they're not that great, and that group just has a particular, like, a composition that's just really powerful. Maybe their other champions have some really, really powerful gear, and Prince Kymar isn't necessarily, like, what's making it into the Platinum, but more so kind of like the other champions are compensating enough to let them have Prince Kymar in it and still get to Platinum. Or it could have been the composition they had it in. I didn't look at the other champions they had in it, so I'm trying to see if I can find another Prince Kymar before I let you guys go. I just wanted to kind of skim through this really quick, but I mean, this is a big key to being like, should I max this guy out for Platinum? Is he going to make the cut? You got to look through this list, because you see the same champions over and over and over and over and over, because there's some champions that are just extremely powerful. Lysandra, Arbiter, Sifi, Rhodos, Tormund, Skullcrown every once in a while. She's great too. Ceres, you know, Duchess. I mean, you're going to see the same ones. Oh, her. What is her name? I don't remember her name. Trunda Grim Mallet or something. She's another one. Really, really powerful. Warlord's decent. Mountain King is decent. He can be hit or miss. Yes. So look, we went to 300. Out of the 300, literally only one Prince Kymar I saw in here. I don't think I'm going to be able to put him in there. I don't think it's going to happen. He just doesn't seem good enough for it. That's a shame, but it is what it is. I mean, regardless, like I said, I'm going to still max him out. Still cool that I got some new champions that I didn't have. A lot of new epics that I didn't have yet, but like I said, Prince Kymar, he's a really powerful legendary, and so I'm glad that I got him. He's definitely going to build my faction war power a lot. I might even use him in the dungeons. I might end up using him for some of my dungeon runs to speed up my runs a little bit. I might use him for Spider. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Resetting the cooldown of all ally skills. If I load him up with Royal Guards... See, problem is that he's going to do this resetting before Cold Hearts would use their A3. But with Royal Guard, since they use their A2 first, that max hit points on Spider, and he resets that, he could have Royal Guards kill the boss really, really quickly. My only concern was making sure that her turn meter wouldn't max out before the Royal Guards got to kill him. But he actually might make it so that I could kill Spider really, really quickly because of that. That might be an option. I might use him for Spider. It's just going to take a lot of rearranging. The thing that I don't like about that is it's like I gotta rearrange all my gear to make sure he's got the gear for it and everything. And I'm going to have to max out at least another Royal Guard or two, because I only have one Royal Guard, one Cold Heart right now on Spider. But we'll see. We'll see what I do. I don't know. I might add him for Spider. But anyway, regardless, he's a really powerful legendary, so really cool that I got him. This is one that I sacrificed in the fusion a while back, so I'm kind of glad that I got her back. She's one that I want in my collection, so that's cool. But that's all that I got for today, guys. Like I said, I went into this positive. I didn't get what I wanted, but again, the only thing that I really, really want at this point is Duchess, so that's okay. It's all good. I got Prince Kymar. I will take it at that. I am happy about that. And I mean, the thing is, you know, I went into my other videos, you know, lately in the last couple of months, a little negative. And if you haven't seen those videos yet, feel free to take a look. You'll see the outcome of the videos. When you go into something with a negative mindset, the results are almost always going to be negative. I went into this one with a positive outlook. Look what it got me here. I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but I got somebody who's really cool that I'm definitely looking forward to messing with in, you know, faction wars, and gonna try him out in the dungeons. Might try him out in Spider 20 if he does work really well there. Probably do a video on it, show you guys how he works in there, what I do with my composition. And you know, one last thing to touch on here though in regards to this topic, I didn't want to dedicate an entire video to it because I didn't want to get that much into the details of all of this and what's going on with me personally. But in light of the current virus epidemic, combined with a personal life change of my own that was very unexpected, I wanted to just say something real quick here. Sometimes life throws things at you that you weren't expecting. Sometimes life doesn't turn out quite like you expected. And the thing is you have to stay positive. You have to trust that if you stay positive, good things will come to you eventually. It may take some time, but it will. Like, I just moved recently. Originally, it wasn't of my own choice. I didn't want to move. There were a lot of changes in my personal life that came along with it that initially I resisted and I didn't want to happen. But after I got a chance to step away from the situation and look at it from the outside, I was able to appreciate it for what it was. And then on top of that, while some doors closed to me, others opened. New opportunities, new perspectives on life, and overall better opportunities for me. So when something seems horrible, even when it seems like the end of your world as you know it, just ride it out and stay positive. You stay positive and good things will come to you. Trust me, they will. I mean, I can tell you, I have had my world crushed multiple times over the years, have had twists and turns that I never saw coming, never expected coming, would basically say, I hope those kind of things never happen to me, and time again, multiple things like that did. But after every time, and after every heartbreak, after every crushing moment, after every pain and sorrow and regret and tears, something better ended up coming along. So again, guys, stay positive. Good things will come to you if you just stay positive, you know, and that applies to this virus too. Just stay positive, try to look at the positive, take this time where you're stuck at home to bond better relationships with your family, or get in touch with friends that you haven't talked to in a long time. Use this time in ways that are constructive and positive, and in ways that will basically utilize this as much as you can to make it a positive outcome. And again, the key is to just stay positive. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, you're the one who chooses whether you have a good or a bad day based on what you perceive, what you choose to feel about those things that you perceive. So that's all that I got for today, though, guys. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you guys are getting some good pulls here as well. Again, definitely looking forward to testing out Prince Kymar here and putting him to use. I guess not in Arena because he doesn't seem like he'll make the cut there, but in other areas, definitely going to be using him. So that's all that I got for today, though, guys. So Let me know what you guys are pulling when you're pulling your shards. Hopefully you guys get some good pulls. That's all that I got for today though. So until the next episode, guys, take care.